Alright everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I guess if you're clicking on this one, that means you're interested in learning a bit more about the Red Ketchup mod. I didn't do the whole if you like it, click here, tell your friends, yada yada. But I'm more interested in helping the people that run across this channel and this video. So if you have questions about how to do things, or if I did something too quickly, right now you can see I'm just gathering some stone. We only have 50 stone. But we also need to be getting more of these trees in, and more of that wood. Hopefully this forester will get going, and then what the forester will do, if you're not familiar with Vanished, if you're not familiar with how Vanished operates, the forester will plant new trees in the vicinity here. So this whole area and these blank spots will end up being nice and full. So it'll kind of look like that. And then these gatherers will have something to get. You can see the gatherers are very valuable. Just last year, that first year, they were only there part of the season, part of the year, and they brought in over 400 food. That's excellent and exactly what we want. You can also see here the fishing dock brought in 136. I can say that's very low, but it was only part of a year. We'll see how they do this year, but a fishing dock some seasons can bring in 500 or 600 fish. So part of the Red Ketchup pack, though, and I'm really excited about this. I've played with it some, but with a map like this, with a huge lake, we can definitely do some work with the docks. So here's basically how it works. I'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, so we put some things here. We put the trader there, but let's say I wanted to build a dock. I would put it somewhere like that, and they would build it out here. And I could put all different things off of it. I could put houses on it. I can put storage. I can put a market and all the normal land things. And some unique things too, like a seafood farm and a random seafood farm. So that this one allows you to pick specifically what you wanted to get. And this other one will find random things, including pearls, which then are valuable to trade. You can also build a rice farm, a cranberry bog, or a watercress farm. So there, I've made some cities where I did, extensive work with those. I'm not going to do it right now, and it's a silly reason why. But I tend to sometimes have an issue with the docks being built, and then a person will get stranded out here in the middle. So, no offense to any of our folks here, but I don't think of any of them as expendable at this point. But later on, I will think of them, some of them, as expendable, and will attempt it at a later date. Alright, so we're only at 50 firewood. Why is this not being built? We need logs. Okay, we simply need more logs. Let's just go hog wild here on chopping down trees. Sorry if you have a significant concern for the environment. All I can say is this is only a game. And there are plenty of trees. Our oxygen will not be diminished. I can promise you. Surely these trees will also help us. But we have to be a little bit cautious in terms of how aggressive we are in taking out our own resources. And I'm trying to be at least marginally cautious of not being too aggressive up here, as this is where the gatherers are going to be doing their gathering. But there's definitely a lot to manage with a game like this. I already feel like I'm doing more than I'm explaining. No, not that. That's the wrong button. I want food. I want to get any of this food that our gatherers aren't going to be able to reach. We're sending if you're not familiar with Banished mechanic, that's what a laborer. The laborers do whatever I say. And they put these things in order. So they'll get things ready to be built. They will gather things. They'll take things from one place to the other. Like when you have, like this place right now is creating firewood. So when he makes some firewood, you'll see it sitting out here. And then somebody else, a laborer, will, oh, got iron just sitting here. Pick that up. But now you can see they're using the animation at the corner here for this stockpile. But this person will start, well, perfect, right when I'm illustrating this point. But they'll leave things out here on the road. They'll leave firewood, and then these folks will pick it up and take it the 3 steps over here. It's a little bit silly, but that's what laborers do, and it'll become more evident as we progress through the game. You'll see things sitting outside of like the coal mine and whatnot. So we want to make some iron. I know we've got some iron ore. We've got 50 iron ore. We're in dire straits here with clothing and whatnot. So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't always put them this close, but I think I'm gonna put the tailor here right beside the blacksmith. Put a little double road down there. They don't have very far at all to walk to the stockpile, which is the blacksmith will be dealing with that a lot. And then probably things like flax or cotton, they're all up here right now. But once I get this built, we'll tell the person who works, see, we need iron, processed iron, and we need lumber to build the tailor. So we're gonna have some people struggling with clothes for a little while. We're a bit frustrated. You can see that the personnel, the people management isn't always great. So what I'm gonna do is actually throw a quick stone house up here. This will be hopefully 2 people that work in these industries, and they will have a short commute to work. Unfortunately, you can't do anything with the storage cart, so it's going to stay up here, and people are probably wasting some steps getting to that. But there's a number of ways you can do this, however you enjoy playing. Because we're coming into late autumn here, and that stone house takes a good bit of material to build, what I may do is just throw another one of these here for now. I won't even put the second story on it, just in case we're not able to get to it. But you can see all those trees I marked. They're dealing with those now. And the good news is we've brought in a couple hundred trees. That will definitely assist in getting us through the winter. So this guy or gal, I didn't see, this person over here is making firewood. So we're getting a nice little stockpile of firewood. We've only got 70 right now, but they tend to keep a lot. You can look at the inventory on each house. They keep a lot in their inventory. And so it's only when they build a new house that you really struggle with that. Okay, so the logs are saying we've got enough, but anybody who's played this knows that 200 logs is laughable. Definitely not even close to enough. So we will let them keep doing that. We're going to keep marking anytime we see these downed logs, that's dead wood, that's firewood. And anytime we see this, that's flax. Especially, and that's cotton. Especially this time of year. Winter, late fall, winter. There's no regular flowers blooming. So if you see those, if you see blue somewhere, you know that that's more flax. And once the tailor is built, you'll see, okay, so right now we don't have any clothes, and they're probably freezing. We don't want that. We don't have any tools. We've got people working with no tools. It's not great. I'll be honest. This isn't great. It's not how I drew it up. I wish we would have been a little more efficient. But it's a hard start, and it's meant to be a little bit rough. So, the biggest thing is we're not starving to death. That if you start starving, then you don't have workers. And if you don't have workers, you can't get out of it. So, it's giving me the food is low warning. But we've got 247, and our houses are full. Look at this. This house has all this food. This house has less, okay, but they've got enough, right? And one of the things that's irritating in the early game is that you don't have a market yet. So people are just saying, I'm hungry, and they come over here and get all the food they can get their hands on. So that's why this one house has 100 fish. Like, one house shouldn't have 100 fish when there's only 400 spare food in the whole community. But you need a market to balance that, and we don't have that quite yet. But it'll work out. If it looks like things are going to be rough, I could just plant another field of kale. We've got the workers to do it, and it would be fine if we have to do that. But I'm holding out hope that we'll be able to weather this storm. It's already late winter. It'll be spring here before we know it. We've got 12 iron, so the question is, do we want to use that iron to make tools? Do we want to use that iron to make to work on a tailor, or do we want to use that iron to work on this seed and stock? I think I want to open this up. We don't have a lot to trade yet, so that might be a little bit silly, but we're going to switch over and make some stone tools. Again, just a philosophy of how you want to play, just a decision. If you can bear with me looking through the weather a little bit, you'll notice this is the logger, right, the horse lodge, and these are new trees that he has planted. So that's kind of neat. You can see the area filling in. I think there's just so much going on in a game like this. And to me, maybe everybody doesn't feel this way, but I think this game is beautiful. I think this game is it's beautiful and enjoyable. It's relaxing to me to just come in here and manage some people. I'm talking over the music mostly, so you're not getting to enjoy the music, but I even like that. You can just take a look at things, and when they're doing work like this, I've got them running here and there, keeping an eye on all my different elements. They should start cranking out some stone tools pretty soon, which they won't be as durable, of course. But a stone tool is better than no tool, and they'll start getting those out. People will start doing better there. Once this trader is built, then we'll definitely open up the tailor. We'll start. We've got some firewood. I don't know why they didn't build this little house yet. That definitely should be started, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Oh, this stone house needs iron too. Well, there goes that. There goes that plan. That was foolish. And okay, let me explain why it did this. It did this because of how I set it up. I put this down before I put that down. So it's building this before it's building that, even though I had this paused. So you really need to be thinking about the order with which you ask them to complete tasks. They're very loyal. If you tell them to do something first, they're going to do it first. Even if it was foolish on your part asking them to do that. So, sometimes I do these random things where I'm telling them to grab this and get this, and they're listening. They're just listening to something I did 20 minutes ago, and I already have forgotten that I told them to do it. So, just keep in mind that if it feels like they're idiots, it's probably you that's the idiot. You're probably the one that told them to do something they shouldn't do. Don't mind the old, okay, the ducks I get, but the bears, maybe they're swimming, maybe they're fishing, getting some salmon out there. I don't know. But let's just for fun here. Got about 5 minutes left on this episode, so let's try it out. Let's see if we can get a dock going here. Now, I've been told there's a better way to do this, and so on and so forth, but let's try it out. Now, this little tool here increases priority. That's in the base game, so if you played the game before, you know this. But I'm going to tell these jokers this one. I want you to do this right now. Now, let's see if it takes them a little while to get down here. What are you doing? Let's see. That's an unfortunate name, Poland, but he's out here. He's working, sort of. All right. So now there should be a builder come over here and finish this up. Boom, boom. This is what I'm concerned about. Is she gonna get stuck, or will she make it home? Okay, she didn't get stuck. Is this one gonna get stuck? Are you gonna get stuck? All right. So far, so good. 90% and 95. So far. Okay, got that one. Now they're in the water. This is kind of weird. Suspension of disbelief. We can do it. Alright. Okay. Alright, so it looks like they were able to get there and get back off of there. Right? Did I see that? I think that's what I saw. So now what I want to do is let's find something in the dock. Some food in the dock. Let's say the random, this one. We'll do this random seafood farm. Boom. We're gonna build this here. We just need 32 wood to build that. That's great. Let's have them do this. I don't think it'll influence our fisherman over here. I don't know if this is hurting his reach. Oh, 576. Not hurt at all. Doing great. Like a little buddy here, a little 6-year-old child came over to visit. Good work, Boss Bean. That does bring up a good point, though. We probably need a school sooner rather than later. I'm not sure where we want to put the school yet, but that's something we're going to need to make sure that our workers are educated. School right next to the blacksmith. If you want to misbehave, you can go work at the blacksmith. How's that? Stay in school. Okay, so sorry I digress. We're gonna go ahead and collect that. Let's go ahead and unpause that. Might not be the wisest move, but let's go for it. Alright, so we need somebody to work here, at least until we get it stocked up. We gotta think about, what do we have extra? Do we have extra anything? I would like to think that this fodder thatch we don't really need right now. Maybe our copper ore we could get rid of. Let's go ahead and switch this over. What? How did it not make enough tools? Just made 10 tools. That's pretty abysmal, my friend. Alright, so our random seafood place is built. This is going to be great, because they can live here, walk down, work all day, put it in there, go home. Yeah, see that little step, it doesn't seem to be a problem, but sometimes when you build this, you need to use the stairs. They have Red Ketchup made little steps. Right here, you go in here, it's like this, like one of these jobs. And you have to put that in to get them to go up and down. But sometimes you get lucky on the shore here, and it's okay. She didn't seem to get stuck, so maybe we'll be all right. But let's see what she just took back. What was it? Oh, nothing yet, huh? Nothing? Come on. There we go. It's shrimp. Catching shrimp. Perfect. Delicious. Okay, so we're doing good. Got 800 food. We've got some random morphing buffalo. I'd like to be able to eat them. But it doesn't look like we're there quite yet. Okay, let's get this flax going, because very soon, how much flax? We gotta have a ton of flax. We've got 13. Are you kidding me? There's gotta be more down here. Yeah, so more. We've got some flax and some cotton. Oh no! A fisherman drowned. Sad. Sad. It was a sad day. Fisherman half drowned. Okay. Alright, so what we could do is gather up some of this this is gold ore, silver ore, and eventually process that into bars and make it into something down the road. But we're not really there yet. But this game, we're running low on time, but I'll just explain. This game has 3 distinct sections. Early game, which is survival, right? Are we going to make it through the first winter? Which we've done. Hooray! And you can tell, we've got 800 food, 250 firewood. We're in a great spot. We're in a great spot. And this is largely because of these tools that Red Ketchup put in that allow us to hunt and gather, you know, that allow us to gather not just food, but also things like our firewood. But there's the early game, it's all about survival. Then you have the mid game, that's about expanding, growing your city, being able to do new cool things. And then there's the end game, deciding when you're all done, when you've had enough, when you've accomplished your goals. Forgive me, I didn't match my colors there. Got a little lazy. But I really love this game. You can probably tell by my enthusiasm. And I'm excited to keep playing. I'm excited to build this out. I don't know how far out here. Maybe we'll wrap around, because this cliff looks pretty scary. Maybe we'll wrap around, put some more different things along here so we can keep getting new food. Vary our diet a little bit. We get some pearls. These are good for trading. So we've got some clams, some crabs, some shrimp. I mean, you live next to this great big lake. You might as well enjoy it, right? I'm saying. Alright everyone, thanks again for your time. Thanks for visiting. Next time maybe we can move our tech tree along a little bit and try to process some goods and maybe build a couple more houses. Alright, we'll catch you next time. Thanks again.